Okay guys, so today's busted out is actually the Cricut Joy. And you might be wondering, Vianney, didn't you already have Cricut Joy? Yes, I did. And I returned it, and that was a whole fiasco. And you guys have seen the videos on that. If you're new to my channel, maybe you haven't. But I did pick up the Joy again after I returned it when it first came out. I picked it up in August, September, so this is definitely a busted out. I'll have links for the different bundles that HSN might have. I know well, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you if you're wanting to use those. And so, yes, I guess we kind of jumped the gun a little bit, assuming that Anna Griffin's today's special with the Cricut would be a Maker 3 or a Explorer Air 3. Apparently, I think that World launches on the 10th, and Craft Day is on the 8th, so I guess we should have put those together. But sometimes they get the World launch, right, on HSN as well. I was like, oh yeah, that must be what they're going to be launching, because it was Cricut and stuff. But apparently it's going to be a Joy. And full disclosure, I have not seen Anna's video, but you guys have been telling me about it. It's basically a Joy, and it has like new or different smart materials to run through there. So, you know, you can keep an eye out for that. A lot of you guys are like, you know, I really respect her for that, because some people were upset that, you know, she had been showing Makers, just Maker. I was in Maker 2, it wasn't called Maker 2, but the Maker just recently, you know, knowing a new machine was coming out. So she's doing the Joy. And I guess if you're interested in the Maker 3 or, you know, Explorer 3, I'm sure it'll be on HSN, but it'll be other places too. So you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with this kind of machine. With the Joy, not so much, because it was frustrating to use. It's not the machine. In my opinion, it's not the machine, because the computer or the app, the design space, tells it what to do. So the machine's only going to do what it's told, just like any other computer, you know, based thing. So for me, the frustration was with design space. I don't know that any of that frustration has been resolved yet. In fact, there's always something new, right? So what I'm going to do is open this up. I don't even know what this bundle was, because like I said, I picked it up again and then I didn't even get around to it. I got busy. It reminds me of a Nacho Libre when he asked him why he hasn't been baptized. Nacho Esqueleto. He says, I haven't gotten around to it, okay? So I haven't gotten around to it, okay? Let's see. Okay, let me just push everything that's in here out. That way my address is not a concern of mine anymore. Oh my gosh. I see things falling, or they're gonna fall. Let's see. There's that. Oh, this is a good bundle. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, and I already have design space on my new Mac. I have it on my old computer because I've already downloaded it, but it's very easy. If you have, you know, your iPhone or whatever, you just go into your app store. I think it runs on Android, doesn't it? Ooh, I don't know that one. But just go in there and you look up for Cricut, your design space, and it'll be there, and you just add it. I know right now there's some functionality on the computer-based app that's not in the phone or like those kind of apps, but it's in beta, which is basically the offset feature, which makes a shadow for you. So I'm sure people love it. I'm sure they're going to bring it to the phone. I don't see why they wouldn't. But for right now, they're just kind of messing around with it. Again, design space, doing all this stuff. So this bundle happens to have insert cards, which is just basically pieces of cardstock. You know, this one has the holographic nature of it. The cards are black cards, the silver holographic inserts, and then it comes with the envelopes. I will say that these aren't like super expensive. At least that's what I think. And you can find them on sale. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about the product. I'm just going to set it up and hopefully get some cuts. That's always the concern, right? The card mat, which I have tons of, because when I bought the first time, I was like, oh, so I picked them up because they're inexpensive. I think you can even find these at Walmart for like $5. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it's $6, but, or $7. I think they're $5. I don't know. And who knows what they are now. But so it does come with the card mat. It's an interesting little mat. It has the stickiness. You slide your card into it. We'll talk about that in a minute. It has like a pocket kind of area that you slide the back of your card in, so you can put the whole card. Kind of like whenever I want to do something like that with like a die cutting machine, where you kind of keep the back side of your card away from where it's going to cut. You kind of wrap it around like one of the shims or something. So it's like that, but a better option because it's made for that. This one has, oh, okay, smart iron-on. Actually, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I haven't really played with any of these smart materials. And one of my gals here, Scrap and Stitch, I think that was her concern with Explorer 3. It's like, in the new machines, where you don't use a mat, but you're gonna have all this waste, right? Because the mat, you just reuse it and you keep putting things on it, you know. So this is similar to, obviously, it is the smart materials. It comes on its own carrier. Actually, I'm not, yeah, this one does. So every time you use it, you just throw that piece away and you're just adding more to landfills. So it's, you know, something to think about. But you don't have to, like, you don't have to use the smart material on its own mat in the Explorer 3, I believe, in the Maker either. You can cut pieces and stick it down like of regular vinyl, but or some materials, I suppose. So this one comes with a big silver vinyl. You know what I was thinking about? I don't have the, or does it come with some? Does it come with some of the contact? Oh, this is a mix of stuff. So it has, it's glossy, 5 sheets of the different colors. What I want to know is if it comes with the transfer. It doesn't say that. So yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I don't have the transfer stuff. The last time I cut one of these things in vinyl, I just took it off with my hand because the design wasn't too complicated. It was the crown that they first have you cut whenever you set up your machine. So, I have some though, because I have some from a kit that I recently picked up from my Explorer 2. So anyway, all right, so we have those. And then it came with gel pens and metallic markers. And these are different sizing than they put in the Maker and the Explorer Air. Ooh, wouldn't that be funny? Well, it would be funny. What would be good is if they size the new machines to all take this same thing so that they're all interchangeable, but then the people who have the older machines aren't gonna, you know, say, there's always something. So I guess, but either way, that's what one of the drawbacks that people saw at the Joy is that everything is particular to the Joy. It's not really something they share between, you know, because they do have markers and same things for the bigger machines, but these are different size. All right, well, let's open this up. And, you know, it's been so long that it doesn't matter. Whatever happens here, it's mine. Like I always tell you guys, especially when you get a machine, please, please, please use it. Okay, let me look on the bottom here. Yep, Android, so we're good. I wasn't sure. I was like, as far as what other machines it works on. So compatible with Windows 10, Mac, Bluetooth, made for iPhone, iPad, and then it has a little Android guide. Oh, sorry. This is a big box for such a little dude. So hopefully whatever frustrations I had before, again, it's Design Space. And then I hear people that are like, oh, I calibrated it and now it's not cutting. It's cutting too deep. It's not cutting at all. You know, and it's because Design Space is telling the thing how much pressure. And if it's not right, then it's just not right. So hopefully by now, some of that stuff has been resolved. I hear from people who love their Joy. I hear from people who still think it's a nightmare. So, you know, I don't know. What I would hope, what I want is Design Space that's like a hard copy that we can keep on our computer. Because what if Cricut just decides that they're not going to do that anymore at all? Because that's how they do things. They just change their mind and then keep going. Then what? You know what I'm saying? This thing has to be operated by their system. But whenever you log in or whenever you open your Design Space, it goes to the website. Like you can save things for offline, but and if they have an update, it's going to make it update before you can't really even choose to skip it, you know? So it's like, can I just keep the version that I liked, like it was working, but now I updated and now the things are wonky, you know? I don't know. Let's just open it up. So I'm just telling you guys my concerns. And the reason I do that too, like on a video like this, you can say, well, I don't have to say any of it, because I know how it is with this company. It's past this prologue. So like, I'm just thinking about things that have happened in the past and why, and I want you guys to be aware, you know, especially if you're new, of, you know, you can call them and they will help you out and all that good stuff, but it's just a pain, basically, with what it is. So hopefully, you know, things will run smoother now. Hopefully they're getting a better Design Space system. I don't know. Like the other day when I logged in, it updated from literally the week before. If you guys remember, I just got an Explorer 2. That's why I'm like, what is going on? So there's always updates and then something gets wonky and then maybe they patch it and whatever. So here we have our plug. So clearly this goes into here, this goes into the wall, and this goes to your machine. And it's a nice long plug, both sides, so you have some good space. And then it comes with a little black pen. But you know, having said that, well, actually, let me show you. I think that's all that's in here. If there's something else, yeah, it's a cute box. Of course, I'll keep it forever because that's how I do. I have my pens here. This is the Explorer Air, or a Maker pen, I guess. And this is the one for the Joy. And as you can see, it's different lengths and different thicknesses, it looks like. It looks just slightly different, but it's hard for me to tell because this barrel does look chubbier than this part. But down here, obviously it tapers. They're about the same like this one. So it's the thickness in this area that's different. I mean, you can see that pretty clearly. Okay, so at least it says Joy on there now. I know not to mix them up. So I'll put this one back over here. Here's our little baby girl. Again, there are no buttons. There's no way to interface with this thing unless you have Design Space open. So there's that. What I'll do, let's open her up very carefully. Ooh. So I'm getting this started. I'll probably end up having to get Miranda ready for school and then come back to actually finish it up. But for now, I have a ton of videos where there were hiccups. And that's the thing with Cricut videos. They can barely stay contemporary because of the Design Space changes, right? So if I said this or that, you know, in this corner, or this is here, well, when they change Design Space, maybe that's not there anymore. Maybe that's not even an option. Maybe it's different now, you know? So you always want to watch videos that are like the newest, is what I would say. I know there's old videos from like a year ago. Obviously this came out over a year ago. And they're just not the same anymore, you know, it's not. So I'll plug this in here. I'll probably unplug that and then plug it in first and then put it in. But for now, just to show you, that's how it goes. And then we plug that into the wall and you just open it up. We'll remove this little thing. I will open this up. Take a peek at this guy. Doot, doot, doot. There's her little blade. The blades, again, run a few dollars, but if you have to buy the whole housing, it's like 20 some odd bucks. And I'm not sure why you would have to buy a whole housing. So that would be strange, but I don't know. So what happened before with the other machines is like everybody was having cutting problems later. Like mine was cutting okay, and then all of a sudden there was a problem and they said it was the blade, and then you can contact Cricut and they'll send you a new blade and all this stuff. So anyway, I returned the machine completely. But hopefully that's not the issue here. I don't know. So drop it back in there. Make sure it's all the way down. And then click that back in. And this is basically ready to go. I always leave this little plastic cover because I'm a crazy person, but that's how I do it. And then we close it up. So I have a spot for her right here on an origami cart. That's where I will put her. Hopefully she continues working well. That way I won't feel bad that she's taking up space on my workspace. So let's open this up. And for me, the reason I even wanted her is because, yes, I make cards more than anything else. And now I have my Explorer 2 to make like the scrapbooking kind of stuff. But, you know. So with Explorer 2, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 the cards. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy as 1, 2, 3, and it was not. But you know, who knows? So for this setup, they want you again to use a smart vinyl. I did this before. The blade is already installed. It cuts intricate shapes with ease. Sharp, adult use only. And then, so number 1 is to turn on your Cricut.com setup, whatever. Number 2, so we're gonna use these things. And now to go to Cricut.com/create, you'll learn how to use these items and more. The pen, the deluxe paper, and the adhesive mat. So the first cut, they do give you the little paper. They give you this piece of vinyl that we're gonna cut on. They give you the adhesive mat and then the pen, right? So it says after you do that to go to these things, and then they'll show you how to use the pen and stuff. I have other videos, again, that's what's a bummer. I've already done these things. I showed you how to like load your mat with like different pieces of paper on the same mat. And I don't even know if that works now because of the way they separate things out. I don't know. We'll see. I think today we're just going to set her up, maybe make some kind of other cuts, like basic stuff. We'll see. But let me get my computer. I will plug this in and we'll get started. Oh, real quick, when I plugged it in, it went and turned on. So this should be putting out a signal. I'm just going to grab my computer real fast. I didn't realize it was going to do something. I want you to hear it, but oh well, we missed it. Let me go grab my computer right quick. Like literally just went over and grabbed my computer. Okay, I already have Cricut. So again, you can go to Cricut.com, like it says, /setup. But since I already have a machine and I've already done this before, what I'm gonna do is, let me just quit all this here, is go into my Finder. Now this is a Mac, so it's a little bit different, but let me see here. Sorry. I'm going to click on Applications, only because I have other, and I'm going to double click on this guy. And it's going to open up. But if you were new, you would go to Cricut.com. If you want to see more about that, I have another video when I set up my Explorer too, and it's the same thing. Like literally the same steps. So starting design space version 6.9.163, and when I had done my other one, it was version 6.5. So it's already updated a couple, you know. All right, new project, whatever. I should be logged in, which is interesting. I don't think I am, but either way, yeah, still thinking. That's why I was like, usually I'm logged in. Oh, come on, buddy. What I'm waiting for is this to come up, because on here you can say to set up a new machine. I usually do this on screen capture on my other computer, but here we are. Why is this? I'm telling you. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to restart it. Yeah, I want to quit because it's not reacting. Let's try it again. Oh, okay. Welcome, Vianney. Now I'm logged in. Hopefully you can see that it was just like, nope. Okay, so over here, I think there's a place to put in new product setup. So I'm clicking on the words new product setup, smart cutting machine, Cricut Joy. Okay, it tells you to set it up. I'm going to keep it here so we can see it, but for now, sure. And then plug it in, and it's already plugged in. And connect via Bluetooth. And let me turn my Bluetooth on, because, you know, I like to keep it turned off. So I just turn my Bluetooth on, and it says Cricut Air 2, which is not on right now, but that's okay. Connect via Bluetooth and system settings. Okay, so my Bluetooth did not pick it up. So I'm going to go to Bluetooth preferences and do all of that. Of course, for your computer, it's going to be different. So find the Joy. Let me click on this and see what it looks like. It's just there. That quickly. Now, I will tell you, when I was in the other room, because my rooms are kind of connected, but like downstairs here I have my kitchen, I have this area, which is my craft area, and then there's a set of stairs, and then, you know, opposite the stairs is my living room, like literally, well, maybe it's like 20 some odd feet away, okay, so it's not that close. It will not pick up the Cricut Explorer 2. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And so I had to get much closer for it to pick it up, which really, I'm going to come over here anyway to cut, because I have to load the mats, so I just bring this with me. But it's kind of a pain because I'm like, what? And it tells you on there, we want to be within about 15 feet range for the Bluetooth to work the best. Anyway, connect. So I just want to let you guys know that you might have that issue. Supposedly I'm connected, and now what? Now what? I'll open this up. I don't think that matters. Okay. We did that. It should, you know what I'm saying? I would think it would light up for continue. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're connected. Let's go, buddy. Let's go back and see if... No, you don't want to know anything about it? Ay, ay, ay. Let's close this out. No, I don't want to exit product setup, but you're not... Okay, let's do it again. Smart cutting machine. I click back. Joy. Yes, it's away from wherever. Yes, it's plugged in. Okay. And now, because the Bluetooth has it this time, it says, okay. Why didn't it update as soon as it got on? I don't know. So I click back, you guys, start it over again. So let's press continue. Let's updating. Let's get the latest and greatest features. Oh, yes. That's what everyone knows about the updates. They just get better and better is what our opinion of that is, right? No way. Okay, let me move this stuff away. It should, but famously it always does something funny. Okay, so now I'm gonna click update. All right, rebooting machine, etc., etc. I'm just gonna let it do what it's thing. I will be back. Okay, as soon as it finished updating, it did that little noise you're hearing right now. It says your Cricut Joy is up to date. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna do that part again because this shows like my personal info. So I'm just gonna click next. It does say it's updated. Okay, the next thing it's gonna say is register your machine, and I'm just not showing it because it has my personal info. So I'm going to click on I agree to Cricut terms and use, and then click register. Okay, success. Your joy is registered and set up. Oh, sorry. All right, next. Start your free trial now. No, thank you. No, thank you. They'll give you a free trial for a month, and then they're gonna start charging you $10 a month. And some people get surprised by that, or they're caught off guard. But it says right there, only $10 a month after the trial ends. Cancel anytime. I'm not gonna register for this. I don't want that, so I'm clicking no thanks. And let's do a test cut. And last time I did the crown, which I think is cute. I still think it's cute. So let's do the crown. I think that's all they give you, right? Yeah. Okay, and even if this was Explorer 2, any other machine, these are the same test cuts they give you. So I'm going to say next. And prepare for cut. Confirm the blade is set in place with the clamp closed, which we did before, but okay, it's in there. Insert smart vinyl. And yeah, that's what happened last time. So it's kind of a bummer because you're going to waste this vinyl. And honestly, you don't have to do this. You absolutely do not have to do this. But since that's what I do here, I'm just placing that and it just started sucking it in. I didn't have to do anything. Very interesting. Prepare for cut. Insert smart vinyl up against the rollers, and it did this. I'm just putting that in a way so you can see it. And I'm going to click go. And it says cut in progress. We will see. So what I do like about the Joy for video is that it's small and I can actually put it in my screen, where the Explorer 2 I have to like set up a whole thing for it, you know? But anyway. Again, if you don't want to cut your little vinyl, you want to use it for something else, don't do the test cut. You can skip it. It's not a big deal. So, okay, this is going to take a minute. I can see because it's barely... I'll be back. Okay, it looks like it's back on the final things to cut. What's funny, well, I don't know what I was going to say. I suppose you could use this piece if you could really get it on your mat and say to only cut in this area. But basically you're supposed to... Okay, well, test cut complete. It looks good. I'm going to say next and then unload. So it unloaded it. You know, if I was going to do this, I would try to get this up over or turn it sideways so you still have more area to play with. You're supposed to peel all this away and then get this guy with your transfer tape. Oh, funny. It just tells you, oh, sorry. Remove the cut image from the backer. Now, that's another way to do it. But normally, I'm going to leave this together because I'm going to see if later maybe I can get it to cut here if I was to bring it in this way and cut something else here, you know? But it has to be kind of small, so you have to pay attention to that. So, and that's it. So start designing. What I want to see is that if it actually cut it, because that was part of the problem. Oh, where's my weeder? Okay, so I have the one that came with the Explorer 2. Of course, right now I can't find either one. I have my whole kit that holds stuff. Okay, let me, oopsie. Basically, I just need something to poke under here, just especially because I'm not going to peel away the vinyl. Ugh, okay. Yeah, we're good. See? Hopefully you can kind of see I'm able to pick that up. So really what you're supposed to do, I mean, this is pretty thick. I could probably peel it off like I did last time. You have to be careful, though, because you can't tear it. You're supposed to peel away the excess, nick out all those little pieces that you don't want with your weeder. And then I'll show you what a weeder is right now. Why can't I... It was right here. Anyway, and then you use a piece of transfer, stick it on there really good, and then that transfer will peel the silver away that your design, and then you take that transfer and stick it where you want it, push it down, and then take the transfer tape away, and it leaves your design. So let's do a quick card. I think that's what I did last time, because what time is it? 7:04 now. You know what? I'm going to have to go get Miranda. Supposedly you can do these in a couple minutes. So, okay, fine. Let's do a card. So what I'm going to do is, it's already set up on Joy because that's what's here. And let's say new project. So I'm going to click new project. And we can go to projects and that'll make it easy. All categories. Nope. Free for Cricut Joy, let's say, down here. And we don't want Happy Easter. How about congrats? Wedding card. Oh, that's cute. Nah, I don't have any use for that probably anytime soon. I'm sure I can go through and select for cards only, but I'm like switching through all these things. I think the last time I did this one, It looks like they haven't really added a whole bunch of them. Let's do cheer up. And I want to click, let's do finish size. Hold on. Let me get the pack of cards. Uh, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to choose finish size to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to click make it. And let's see what this says. Sorting projects into mat. Okay, on card mat. And then we have to put our card in here. So you're cutting into the card base, and then that little silvery paper or whatever paper comes with your kit. If you pick up these guys, first of all, you don't have to pick up the card kits. You can definitely cut your own card base, you know, from 8 1/2 by 11 piece paper A2, and then cut an insert. And it tells you right there the inserts are 4 by 5 1/4. So the card itself is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded. So of course you can make your own. We already had videos on that too. But I need this because this is what we're going to cut into. It's really nice and thick though, I will tell you. Like it has a nice feel to it. And then we're going to insert that other thing later. This might be quick. I was like, hey, I got to go wake up Miranda, but you know what? Let's see. Okay. So again, we have our mat. Let's get rid of all of this. Already, this is easier going, but you know, it does have a stickiness, and I always keep my carriers and I always put them back after I'm done doing something. I'm going to open this up. So this is the thing, if you're making your own card, still, again, it has this pocket. And so we're going to line it up in here. Oopsie, I didn't want that to stick yet, but it's fine. It actually has a lip, so it doesn't really let you push it up further, which is really nice. It's right on there, as you can see. Okay. And it does go up to 4 1/2 by 6 1/4, which is interesting because it's not a 5 by 7. Okay, I laid it down and I was trying to just stick that down really nice. Okay. On mat, whatever. You do have a mirror option. I don't know that you would want to mirror this, but maybe you would, but I don't think so. So I'm just going to say continue. It says, please make sure it's on, and it is on, and it's still looking for it. Oh gosh. Cardstock, it says insert cardstock, and I hope that's what this means, right? Let me insert cards, yeah. So insert cardstock. So I'm gonna click that, and I'm gonna make, I was gonna make it a favorite, but that's okay. If you click the little star, it'll make it a favorite so that later you don't have to like mess with it. The default pressure is there, and I'm gonna leave it at default, but you can change it to more or less. I'm not gonna do that at all. Fine point blade is in there, load mat into machine. And it just takes it in, and now it says loading. Make sure your mat is aligned, or Joy is making sure your mat is aligned, sorry. And okay, now I'm just gonna click go. And I'm sorry that this isn't like the best screen capture in the world, but it's what it is. Sorry guys. All right, it's doing whatever, it's finalizing, and now it says cutting. That looks pretty good. We can only keep our fingers crossed. I've seen, I don't know why, because I want to like bash my head in, I guess. I was like, oh, let me see about sticker making. Oh my gosh, these young kids, these youngins, they're like, go in Procreate and do whatever, and then flatten it in Adobe, and then you whatever, and you select this, and like the sticker part to them is like the easy part, and to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they send it to the Cricut, and that's when they get caught up, because they're like, it didn't cut deep enough, it cut too deep, it only etched it, it did whatever. The glare on your sticker sheet can throw off the machine, which is something I never even thought about. They're like, make sure your room is kind of dark, that way you're not getting glares on your sticker sheet that makes the sensor not know what's going on. It's crazy. It's misaligned and all these different things. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do stickers, that's not my thing anyway, but I just thought that was interesting. Okay, it looks really good. I'm gonna let it keep cutting. It's only at 38%. So, all right, I'm gonna let it keep going. Okay, we're almost there. It's quite possible, I don't know what I did with my new weeder. So I have the old one, but this is from an old kit. which is kind of funny because you can still use this for that transfer just to make sure everything's stuck down really well. And I have two of them for some reason. Obviously one came in this kit, one came with a machine maybe or something. But this is what the weeder used to look like. Now it's like this, but white. It looks more pristine, more clean. So now that's it. And then I'm gonna click here, unload. And that's basically it. I'm gonna close her up and put her to the side for now. It's still on. You can click finish. You can click, you know, I'm done here. You wanna do it again? Whatever. I'm just gonna close up my computer because I don't need this. Now you go get Miranda. Oh, I should have checked the time again. Oh well, sorry guys. So I am peeling the card away, but you know, carefully, because what happens with Cricut things is that as you're doing this, your card or whatever will get all wonky. So I'm trying to do this very carefully. And sometimes I get my weeder and I stick it underneath there. Look at all this little excess stuff. Now this is one thing, paper piecing is a charm with this because it's going to be there. Look, this piece came up here, but it'll be there waiting for you. And you can paper piece to your heart's content. But it also means I need to clean all this up. I mean, it's so pretty, you guys. I feel like I need to keep that. I'll probably leave it on there for now. But that same little green paddle I showed you, you can just scrape everything off or just pick it off. You have to get this stuff off. And there's one piece right here that does not. Okay. And I already pulled out an insert just because while I was waiting. Oh, okay. Couple other things. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna end up paper piecing, but it just looks so pretty. We take this and all you do is insert it in these little corners, and that is a quick card. Use your Milky pen to write on the black base, or you know, you can cut a piece of cardstock to fit in there if you don't want to use a Milky pen or like a glittery pen. Oh, come on. But I think this is kind of asking for a glittery pen to write on here, right? Because, I mean, look how sparkly and holographic it is. So, I don't know if this is the right sentiment for this card, though, with the black background. Cheer up. I don't know. But really pretty, really quick. Again, let me see the time. I started at 7:04. It's 7:14. So it took about 10 minutes. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Finally busted this out. It went very smoothly. I don't recall if it was that smooth the very first time I used the Joy. You guys remember? I feel like it went okay. The last time I set it up. It's just afterwards is when things started going downhill. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope that gave you some tips. I know some people, my gal here, Diana, was like, can you open it up and review it again before the craft day, just so that if it's something you're interested in, you can kind of see what it does and you know how it goes. Right now it went really smoothly, but I'll keep using her maybe once a week or so and see what happens with different projects. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.